What's up, guys? Welcome to episode number 42 of our Islanders GM mode. So, in last episode, we went into the Eastern Conference Finals for the second time in 3 years, and we got eliminated by the Detroit Red Wings in, I think, it was 7 games, I believe. Yeah, it went all 7 games, so we were 1 goal away from going to the Stanley Cup Finals, but Dylan Larkin got the goal in overtime, so we got eliminated and we aren't going to the Stanley Cup Finals. So yeah, then we simulated another few weeks, and Detroit ends up winning the Stanley Cup against the Dallas Stars. So as you can see with the playoff tree, Detroit won in 6 games. So that's how every team got to a certain position. Also, what was it? Yeah, I think did any of our players win awards? I don't think so, right? No, those were the awards for the season. I don't know. You guys saw those last episode. That sort of thing. But yeah, we're hoping for a good year of growth for our backup goalie, our current backup goalie, Craig McMillan. And then we're also hoping some of our youngsters like Jacob Scrimes and a few others in the minors start to grow. I don't know who we're going to get drafted at this draft, but we're probably going to look at another winger because we have a lot of centermen still in the minors, and we have some decent defensemen already. So we'll see what's available once it comes to that. So. And also in the last episode, Sidney Crosby retired, so that was a huge loss for the Penguins. So it's good for us because we're divisional rivals with the Penguins. So, but anyways, let's see who the Florida Panthers choose with their first pick. Actually, we could go scout at players and see who's projected to go in this draft. So if wait a sec, we have the pick, and then I'll just see. Okay, so. Or did we trade it away our first? No, we didn't. We traded away to our second, though, and third, though, for this year, because that's who we traded those to get, I think it was, who was it? Was it Jordan Eberle? I don't remember, but I know we traded away our second or third round picks in this year's draft. So we have pick number 27. So if we go to our scouted players, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. So like a defenseman, offensive defenseman, Art Watson, we could get this guy, probably. It's an offensive defenseman, 18 years of age. Maybe he could be a good defenseman for us. There's Corso. We don't really need a center, though. There's also Jorgen Lidstrom, who's a low AHL bottom 6 forward currently, and he's 18 too, so that guy could be nice. There's also a left wing power forward, Klein. He's 18, so a few nice 18-year-olds that we could potentially draft late in the first round. So, yeah, let's just sim the first few picks and then see if we could get any of those guys. So. The first overall pick in this year's draft is Arlondine High Elite. So, oh sorry, I just dropped my controller, god damn it. Okay, so the first overall pick was, Arlondine Center Power Forward High Elite, so that's pretty good. I actually haven't seen any High Elites get drafted yet, so most of them have been medium elites, so that's a nice one from Florida. Nice centerman too. Like maybe a better player than even Barkov, you never know. Second overall pick is R. Flattery, another center power forward, but this guy's a medium elite. And then defenseman M. Stromberg, medium elites. So that's the top 3. Pittsburgh goes with a high top 9. See, look, that 4th overall pick again. With a right wing sniper, G. Danner. And Antilla, another high top 9, so looks like more top 9 guys are going, so only the top 3 was really good. But let's go sim to our pick and see if we could find anything that would be good for our team. We drafted defenseman because Grellinger's not really turning out the way I would like him wanted him to turn out. Let's see. So there's still Winchester, who's supposed to go in the first round. The other guys are supposed to go first/second round. This guy's 19. His most accurate stats: 74 for passing, 69 aggressiveness. Then he's also got close to accurate on a lot of things like his slap shot power. The guy seems like he's pretty good. He plays for the Frontenacs, right wing power forward. We don't actually have a lot of power forwards too, so there's also though the sniper, right wing sniper guy. I don't know if he's gonna become good though. Yeah, let's just go with the guy that's supposed to go in the first round. Lucas Winchester. So welcome aboard to the New York Islanders, buddy. And he's a medium top 6 forward, so that's pretty nice actually. Hopefully he turns out to be a good player for our top 6 eventually. I don't know why it says high top 9 forward on the bottom where I drafted him. Maybe that was his potential, but he's a medium top 6. Let's see who goes afterwards. To the Ducks, it's another medium top 6. Oh, it's Lidstrom. Could have went with Lidstrom if I wanted a sniper instead, but I guess, yeah, why not a power forward? That works too. And Briere is also a top 6, so it looks like some top 6 guys going, which is nice. And yeah, let's just sim to user pick. I think, yeah, we did trade away our second and third, I believe, this year, unless it was the last year's draft. I just didn't remember. Yeah, I think I did trade away them, which means our next pick is in round number 4. Yep, right at the end of round number 4. So not a lot of prospects to come from this year's draft, but we had to make some moves back then. So Valerie Kavanaugh, don't really need a two-way defenseman, I don't think. Serge Dupont, two-way forward. Bottom 6 guy. That's not too bad. We don't need a backup necessarily because we already have that other backup guy. Ramsey, Edward Ramsey, right wing sniper, 18, bottom 6 forward. That guy seems pretty good. Let's go with him. He's the medium top 9 actually. Wow, that's pretty good for a 4th round pick. There's some of the other medium top 9s going before, but that's a pretty nice pick. So welcome aboard E. Ramsey. Hopefully he makes the team as well. And yeah, let's just auto draft the rest because kind of gets redundant later in the draft. So the computer drafted us T. Helenas, J. Clark, and Y. Kuznetsov. I don't know if that's another Yevgeny Kuznetsov, but we'll see. So those are our picks for the 2000 draft. Let's go up to the re-sign stage, see how good our rookies are, and then I'm gonna re-sign all the players, and then yeah, I'll probably edit that all out, and then we'll go on to free agency. I might have to release some people this year, I don't know for sure, but let's see who we have to re-sign at the end of this, or at this year. So big boys being Pulock, Letty, Strome, Draisaitl. So yeah, I think we have to part with probably somebody because we have 34 million cap space. We could sign most of these guys though, I think. And then RFA's Velarde needs to definitely be signed. Dominic Holt I'd like to get back because he's been pretty good. Scrimes, those type of guys. Let's just look at our prospects. So wow, Ramsey's a 73 out of the draft. That's actually pretty good for an 18-year-old in a 4th round. So this guy might be actually something. I don't think I could give him a contract though because he's 18, so he probably won't be able to play in the AHL this year. So Lucas Braun, though, our first round pick from last year, he's up to a 71, so he could definitely play in the AHL this year, I believe. And then Elshing's also up to 71. Nobody else really is ready. But let's see our picks from this year. Also Winchester, he's a 66 out of the draft. I think that was the exact same as Lucas Braun, so that's pretty decent. Jay Clark's a low top 6 defenseman. Jeffrey Clark. This is a medium bottom 6 forward, right wing sniper. That's nice. I like that because we don't really have any snipers in our bottom 6. So Topi Helenas, nice pick at the 5th round. And then Kuznetsov is Yuri Kuznetsov, defenseman, low AHL top 2D. So this guy's not going to be making our team more than likely with that type of potential. Let's see how good our backup goalie is. He'd be an RFA, I think, this year. Wouldn't he? Oh yeah, he would. Yeah. Okay, maybe not. There he is. He's a UFA. So Markou's only up to a 66 still. So I think we're still gonna give him a contract just because he's got that potential. But I don't know if he's gonna actually become a backup goalie for us in the NHL. We might. Yeah, we're gonna have to release Ronald Holt though. And yeah. So anyways, I'm gonna just do the signing, and then I will get back to you guys in a bit. So see you guys soon. Okay, guys, we're back. So looks like we have a bit of a salary cap problem again. We have 4.775 in cap space, but we have to resign Scandal and Letty. I'm first going to release Cobbless because Cobbless is going to turn out to be anything. But Scandalo, I think we're going to get rid of because he's 34 now, so he's getting older. He's probably going to retire at the end of the season. So thank you for your time here in New York, Marco. It was pretty decent, I guess, as a defensive defenseman. So thank you. We also released actually Julian Gauthier because he's not grown to be anything. So let's see, Nick Letty. How much does he want? He wants 605. See, we might not be able to get Nick Letty back even because he wants $6 million for 4 years. And we only have that 4775. So, like, we might not be able to get him back unless we could give him a longer deal. But I don't want to give him, no, we can't even give him that. Let's just offer him this amount of money and see if he signs with us. It's way below what he wants. So, he probably is going to reject it. But we want him back definitely on the team because he's an 87 defenseman. If not, then Grellinger's going to obviously take a spot on like the top role or something. And then we probably just look for another for around our remaining salary cap. And yeah, you rejected it. Your offer was not enough to entice me to come back to your franchise. So looks like, guys, we're going to have to part with Nick Letty, as hard as that is, unless we trade away somebody who has a lot of cap that we don't really need. Let's just look at the main roster. So who's making a lot of money that doesn't need to be on the team? Anybody? David Savard. See, we could get, well, David Savard is around the same age and everything, so yeah, I don't even know. But yeah, it looks like, guys, we're going to have to release Nick Letty. I hate to do this because he's definitely one of the best defensemen on the team. Like, hasn't really dropped off at all, and he's 33 now. So, but hopefully we could find another defenseman to replace him at free agency. That's like, it's like around $4 million or something maybe. But we don't want to use up too much cap space because next year we also have to re-sign McMillan, so that's going to be a big one. So I'm sorry, Nick Letty. Thank you for all the years you've put in here. Best of luck to you in the future. You're probably going to retire in a few years, but best of luck getting that Stanley Cup. Hopefully we don't have to face him in the Stanley Cup Finals. That would be a bummer. So yeah, we got everything signed out we can, I think. And then the unsigned guys still that are there are all these guys. Didn't sign them. Yeah. So let's just go into the free agency and see if we could find a defenseman replacement for Nick Letty, maybe for like a few years. Like I said, we have to resign McMillan next year, so I might have to. But then again, we have some people like Savard ending next year, so Savard's going to be going probably next season too, so our defensive core is going to get a lot weaker than a 90, so let's see who's available at free agency. Any good defensemen for us? So Dougie Hamilton wants way too much, so anybody that's affordable, that's a defenseman. That's mainly what we need to target because we don't really have any AHL kind of guys that could take that roster spot. Like Tarasov could take a top 6 spot potentially, but let's see, affordable. Okay, so there's not, these guys are 83. There's Marco Scandella again, who's affordable apparently. So we could always get Marco Scandella back, or we could take one of these replacements. Brendan Gooley's not grown at all really. Anybody with a good potential. We do actually have that one guy in the minors, so yeah, we'll use that guy to replace Scandella. And this guy's got good potential, 24 though. This guy's 21. These guys are more AHL kind of defensemen. They're just not grown yet, so let's just sort by overall again. So, Russo, yeah, these guys aren't really that good. You know what, I'm just going to see if there's anything new available on the trading block. If not, then we'll just sim to next season and see if we could maybe find a new defenseman throughout the entire season. Let's see, our top 6 is going to look a lot weaker now that we don't have Nick Leddy, so unless Grolinger grows a lot. So is there any defenseman available that could help us out? Ryan McDonough. Wow, you know what? I actually think that might be a good thing to do. Is he listed as a top 2 defenseman still? Yeah, he is. He's got only 1 year left on his deal, 7.8. He's an 89 overall. That's a huge player to bring in. Former New York Ranger as well, obviously. Let's just see if there's anybody else first before we go targeting him. He's got a lot of trade value still. And wow, Columbus is putting up that medium elite goalie Rankowitz on the trading block because they'd rather keep Korpisalo for some reason. Don't know why. Carl Olsner also might be not that bad, but he's got 2 years left, so I don't think I want to take on that deal. Jake Muzzin, 3 years left though, no thanks. Jeff Petry's got 2 years left. Carey Price has 1 year. Anybody? DiPietro. Jared Simmons. Shattenkirk's got 4 years left, though that's not even close to taking that. Yeah, okay, so I think that's the best bet is to go after McDonough if we can. He's got a lot of trade value, though, so we might have to give up, like, our first for this year. Like, he could definitely help with a playoff run. Like, let's see his last few years, his stats, if we can. Okay, maybe we can't, but whatever. So we'd have to give up like something that Calgary wants, which they want our first from next year. See, but they'll be over salary cap, so we have to give them, or we'd be over salary cap by like $3 million. So we'd have to give back somebody who's like $3 million in cap space that they'd want. So let's see who's making a lot of money. That's like close to $3 million. $3 million. Barzal. I don't really want to part with Matthew Barzal, but Grolinger, no. Wotherspoon could potentially be that kind of guy. Because Wotherspoon hasn't really grown to be anything. Yeah, let's just see if we could throw in Wotherspoon. And we'd have to throw in more, probably. Wait, let's see. Wotherspoon, yeah, we could maybe do Wotherspoon and a second. And we'd have to also probably add in our third. I think Wotherspoon hasn't been the best of defensemen for us, so. And we'd be giving up our second and third from next year again. Because Calgary's in. Let's see, Parker Wotherspoon, what has he done for us? Let's see, he hasn't put up much points. And then Ryan McDonough for them. How much? This is only for a 1 year deal, so this is only like a rental. He's put up some good numbers, so let's see if we could bring Ryan McDonough here for 1 year. I think I'd rather get rid of Parker Wotherspoon. But yeah, this is just purely a rental to see if we could go on to the Stanley, like help us get to the Stanley Cup Finals. Let's see if it goes through, and it does. Nice. So welcome aboard, Ryan McDonough. So that's gonna help our defensive core a lot. We had to get rid of Parker Wotherspoon, which is a bit of a bummer because he's decent. But yeah, we picked up a nice defensive replacement for Nick Leddy for just 1 year, just to help us see if we could get onto that Stanley Cup Finals with Nick Leddy. So now we have that nice stud number 1 defenseman, and then we have also some good number 2s and number 3s. So yeah, we're just gonna sim to next season, so I'll see you guys in a bit with our lines, and then that'll be this episode. Okay guys, so we're back here up at the 2024-25 season start. So hopefully McDonough didn't drop off at all. That would be the hope, considering how old he is. So we're just gonna first go to roster moves and just make sure that everybody is back, or anybody that should be in NHL is on the NHL team. So Day we want to bring up because he's an 83. Redenbach, let's see, what's he listed as? Minor scoring forward. We could just bring him up for some depth purposes because he's not going to grow to be anything huge. And then defensively, we're going to send down Quinville and Scatcherd. Yeah, so that's good. Scribe, NHL, he's an 82 apparently. That's good news. So let's go best lines for a second. So Dalcoli, Tavares, and Hosang. I don't want Hosang on the first line though, because he's only listed as a third line scorer. So, and Scribe, but he could play on our second line, I guess, this year. And wow, I've never seen Velarde grow this high. I don't know if you guys have it either. He's an 88 now, which is great. He's listed as the first line 4-2, which is not good news. We could, I guess, put him on the right wing and put Strome as that second line center. Yeah, we'll do that. So Velarde with Tavares and Dalcoli, so that's a pretty nice first line. Two playmakers and a sniper again, but whatever. And Hosang with Strome and Prince. And Draisaitl, actually, we should be having him on the second line instead. So yeah, we'll do that, I think. Wait, Draisaitl's had good face-off, so we'll put Draisaitl in the center. So our second line is Strome, Draisaitl, and Prince. To Chuck, wait, does Hosang have good face-off stats? No, he does not. What about Scrimes? 73, that's actually pretty good. And Chuck is 70. So we'll have Scrimes as the third line center with the Chuck and Hosang. And then Dawson Holt with, I almost said Dominic again, with Sundstrom. And Barzal has not really grown to be anything for our team, so maybe we trade him eventually. But yeah, so I'd rather does he Sundstrom have good face-offs? Yeah, he does. Holy shit, 80. So yeah, we'll just leave that line like that. Anybody scratch that shouldn't be. So Redenbach scratch. Beauvillier is a scratch this year though as well, but they shouldn't complain about their ice time. That sucks that we have to scratch two guys that have potential, but whatever. And then defensively, the big stuff. Ryan McDonough dropped by 1, so he's still an 88, so that's great, but he's probably going to drop off throughout the entire season, I'd assume. But hopefully he can help get us that Stanley Cup. He's only on a 1-year deal, so him with Ryan Pelach. And then Grellinger's still an 85, so looks like he might have capped off there. We have David Savard, and then Tarasov and Cold Day. Do we want Tarasov in the lineup? Yeah, we do. So Tarasov finally gets his chance to play in the NHL. He shouldn't really be playing in the NHL, but yeah, he's on a 1-year, $1 million contract. We'll just see how he does. Goaltending wise, okay, we have to go get McMillan from the minors, guys. I wonder what his overall is. This is going to be cool to see that too. So Welsh is going to be the number 1 centerman in the minors, which is good. Gives him a chance to become like the captain pretty much of the AHL squad. So let's see, goalies, McMillan's an 84, so he's definitely ready to play in the NHL for backup role too. So welcome aboard McMillan for the entire season. He's actually better than Soderstrom overall wise. So McMillan, you're going to be our new starter for the season. Even though you're only an 84, that's not the best, but that's still pretty good growth year. So, and yeah, let's put in McMillan. So I'd want McMillan as my starter though, because McMillan, they're both listed as backups, but whatever. So that's our team. And there's our scratch players. So yeah, that's good. Left wingers in the AHL, everybody's in the right spots. Quavila, that's fine that he could be scratched. Centerman, anybody that shouldn't be. Bowman, that guy's got potential, but Lucas Braun, I want him in the lineup. But where could I even put him? There's so much potential players. Instead, Justin Fork, I guess. So yeah, where is he? Lucas Braun. So that's good. What about right wingers? Anybody? No, there's no right wingers. Wow. So our AHL team has Schofield, Walsh, and Gore. So these two are our future players on our team. One's a grinder, one's a playmaker. And then you got these guys. Blair might make the team as well. Got all these guys. And defensively, I don't want to look at the power play lines, so don't know why I even went there. Defensively, we have all these guys. Saranen's not really grown to be. He's only at 75. So, it sucks. And in goaltending, we have Gallant, and I don't want Arnoldson. I want Gallant. Or not Gallant, what the hell am I doing? I want Mark Who. is Marku is our like potential backup. He's still 21, so he's still got a lot of years to grow, but I don't know if he's actually going to become that medium backup considering he was drafted in the 7th round. So, but yeah, that's going to do it, guys, for this episode of our Islanders Jam Mode. So I'll see you guys back up here when we start up the 2024-25 season. Until then, see you guys next time.